I know that I know nothing. Not clicking, right? Let's rephrase it. I know that I don't know myself. Yet.
What is it I'm feeling to get so hot? Wanna keep this beat in my heart since spot that I did that did do not disturb.
Humans are social creatures. Our brain is wired to make sense out of this world through the interaction with people and through validation, reassurance, and acknowledgement by that very people. As a side effect, our personality might be overlaid by other people's opinions, core beliefs, and feelings. We are acting, feeling, and living our lives, carrying out parts of someone else just to be seen, acknowledged, and validated. And this is something that is not ours. It is her, his, or their. And the more we're trying to play it out of this facade, the more we are stuck in this so-called dollhouse. I really like a story written by Henrik Ibsen, The Dollhouse. A woman lived her perfect married life with her an ideal husband. Yes, he was a catch. And angel children. But then, in one moment, she realized that her husband, the life she had been carefully building around the smiles, the notes of approval, polite conversation, none of it was hers. She had been performing a role so convincingly that she even forgot the lines were not written for her. And isn't that the tragedy? We can truly connect with others when we are in touch with ourselves. We play superhumans outside, always calm, always perfect, while inside it's messy. We carry others' expectations, pretending all is fine. The sad part is the more we do it, the further we drift from real connections. Because being human means being mortal, vulnerable, and imperfect. And we all human share this common human condition. It's so-called shared human experience of vulnerability and imperfection. And when we act from the position of isolation, being like this perfect, always cool, we don't really allow true connection to happen. Because it happens when we let ourselves to be messy, to be real, and to be seen. Exactly, with that mess. Even if it's super scary. In times when Roman Empire was built, not just think of, former Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius wrote in his personal journal that later will go by the name of a book, Meditation. Yo, let's build something they can think of in 20 centuries after they reach the limit of free prompts in ChatGPT.
Oh my god, bro. Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck, man? Get your ass on, man.
No, not that. He said, know yourself. Be aware of your thoughts, impulses, and judgments. Notice when your mind drifts into fear, comparison, or self-criticism. Recognize which parts of you are yours and which are echoes of someone else. Don't let the outside world break your inner calm. His brothers, namaste. We humans are complex, confusing, and contradicting. Like onions.
Okay, ogres are like onions.
Yes, no. Oh, they make you cry. No. Oh, you leave them out in the sun, they get all brown, start sprouting little white hairs. No.
Layers! Onions have layers. Ogres have layers. Onions have layers? You get it. We both have layers.
I was lost, confused, and angry. Still am. Then, in 2023, I started seeing a therapist. My goal was to understand myself better and discovered what was hidden under these layers of myself. The parts I had buried, ignored, or disguised under a mask of, oh, everything is fine. Easier said than done. The moment I started observing myself, I switched off autopilot mode and noticed how angry, sad, and self-destructive my behavior was. And then it hit me. I get triggered, and my instinct was to step back. But here is a beautiful magic. Through changes in our behavior, we can actually change the way we think. That's neuroplasticity in work, yay! The side effect, our mind doesn't really like the change. It resists, rebels, and sometimes shocks you. Think of self-growth like La Sagrada Familia in Barcelona. Never-ending process. This basilica is a symbol of modernism architecture and probably the most crowded area in Barcelona, with the most American tourist-friendly fast food restaurants, has been under construction for more than 140 years. When Antoni Gaudí, the architect, began the project in 1882, he knew he would never see it finished. In fact, generations of architects and builders have continued his vision, each adding their own layer of detail, beauty, and innovation. In fact, this temple is not finished yet, and it might take another decade or even century to complete it. And this is exactly how I felt about my progress. Never ending. In fact, at first, it didn't feel like progress. And even now, it doesn't feel like successful success. I have felt deep emotional frustration with how slow things are moving. I was talking and planning, talking huge larger than life moves, and then I grew resentful of how I'm not still there. My therapist addressed it right away and explained that usually things are the way slower, and usually you take one step forward and two step back. One step forward, two steps back. It hit me. Curiosity killed the cat, but can also help you to get to know yourself. A tool that really helped me to observe myself and step out of my autopilot is daily journaling. Throughout your day, set 4 to 5 points of emotional check in with yourself. For example, at 9 a.m., just say, I feel like a lot. At 1 p.m., I feel nothing. At 4 p.m., I feel anger. At 7 p.m., I feel calm. And at 11 p.m., I feel calm. Even if you cannot name a feeling, just your observation is important. And it shouldn't be perfect, even okay. Say what you feel or what you don't feel. Just the fact of acknowledging makes a shift. After a couple of weeks, you will have enough information to add an extra layer. Thought plus context. This first one. Context. My manager assigned a lot of tasks. Then trying to progress with the first task. After this, I couldn't even finish the first task and there are 10 left in the backlog. I'm not capable of doing even basic things. Then I finished first task finally, and plus is I went to yoga, had a chat with my classmate, and it was nice. I've been doing this for the last 3 years, and still I find a lot of new things about myself. Sometimes not pleasant. I mean, most of the time. But hey, you do you. And we are one step closer to get to know ourselves. Who I am? I still don't know. Yet. Subscribe, leave a like, and your hairline won't recede. Unlike your exes.